What is up, everyone? Alright, let's get back to this order call, ordeal call. I don't know why they call them that. Whatever. Did not really have fun last stream, but let's see if we can turn this ship around. So we're starting with a boss fight right here, because I've now done this part on my main account. So this is the first real boss fight, I would say. Like, Gillis's monster is almost a real boss, but it's not, like, quite. This is a real boss, though. Alright, so I've already skimmed through this chapter's story. I actually had my translation app that I use for Blue Protocol on this. And basically, Zokin hijacks Landling with bugs. I don't know why that works on a servant, to be honest. That actually makes zero sense, but, you know, fate stuff. What's the translation app? Mort was what I was using. Doesn't seem like the best app out there, but it works well enough. All right. Now that's a really tempting unit to use. Now, from doing this boss on my main, it's 100 Face could not be better for this. 100 Face is already one of the better like long-term value assassins anyway, but this boss is all about critting, and then 100 Face has massive crit down. And then every NP, which is like every 5 turns or so, the boss does a bunch of true damage. But it's around like 4,000 to 5,000. So 100 Face's heal just completely counteracts that. So like 100 Face is just god tier here. So double 100 Face is really good, but we won't do that. We'll try something else. Yan's pretty tempting. He's got all those buffs and stuff. Although I think you really want an assassin with survivability. Let's see, was she single target or AoE? I think she was AoE because everything's AoE these days. If she's got stun and survivabilities, that'd be fun, but AoE, it's not as good. I don't want anything too busted like Kama. We're not gonna use that. Although maybe AoE would be fun just to make it a bit harder. Yeah, no Kama. Jack's probably too good too, honestly. Well, maybe not these days, but Cleo's fine. Obviously, 100 Face is broken here. Oh boy, yeah, we could use Sanson, guys. He's certainly not too strong. I'll check what else I got. Oh, there's a super tempting one right there. Yeah, that's seeming kind of likely there. You would be fun. You would be fun. And there's always Thinno. Would Thinno be any good here? She got buff removal. You're all right. You'd have to use a Divinity DPS though for it to really be good. Yeah, I don't think Sanson would be that good. Izo's fine here. I think 100 Face is better in like every way, but Izo's still totally fine here. Oh, Lee would be fun. Look at all these curse arms, man. Oh man, we might have to do that. That's kind of awesome. I'm curious how much damage he could do. I'll take a peek through a few more, but that would be really good. Yeah, if I see a Charlotte, we could try that too. I wish she was single target so bad. She's a really cool character. I love the hat, but the AoE just kind of kills it. Like, we have so many AoE assassins, so useless. So there's a U. Do Charlotte and cry. She's probably not amazing here. I want to use these though. Like that's 120s are pretty rare still. All right, how do we want to do this on the old account here? I should really give someone the command code that removes crit damage and crit chance buffs. Now we keep wanting to use her and we keep not doing it. Let me look at her kit again. I don't know if it's really that good here. Boss is very burst damagey, normal card focused. Then he does true damage through like a gimmick, so you can't stop it in any way. So healing is good. Yeah, healing is really good here, actually. Right, so she gives the damage cut, the stars. She can give someone star absorb and art up. Actually, gives everyone the art up. And debuff immunity. There's not a lot of debuffs here. Yeah, she's not really cut out for this fight. I mean, she has buff block, but I don't think this is a super great time for her. Better in AoE situations if you're doing like Percival, give him the art up and stuff. I could see that being pretty good. Let's see. What other assassins we got? We got Shiki. I would love to use him, but he's terrible here because he's got no survivability. And survivability is like the whole point of this fight, unless you're going to 3-turn it, which we are definitely not doing. I forgot we had Doorman over here. Oh, we have Orion too. That's right, we got him pretty easy. Guys, if you need an assassin, clearly that's the one to go with. Well, we really don't have any other assassins. I think we just let Hunterface carry us all the time. We got Valkyrie, 1-1-1 though. 10-10-10 on my main. I mean, this is a perfectly good backup assassin. And she's super free to play now. Cause, wait. Is she? Is she one of the welfares you can pick? I forget. I know, let's see, you can pick Quetz, Kentucky, Shootin'. What was the new ones? Not yet? Okay, I'm crazy. What did they add? I think they, I don't remember. I can't remember the second round of stuff, apparently. I don't know why I'm thinking it was Shiki. Oh, Nobu. Right, Nobu and the Lizzes. Right. Boy, I was not gonna remember that. Probably because Nobu Archer's kinda useless. But, what are you gonna do? You could maybe make VR Mash useful here. We'll see. Mozart could be good if we want to go more bursty. With, Izo. That might be kind of fun. You don't have to start with 100 face, although if they both NP, that'd be awesome. Now, when I did the video, funnily enough, the video, I started that boss fight, I just vaguely looked at what he did, and then immediately restarted it, and then I made the team in the video, and I beat it first try. So I just was guessing with the male defense up. I don't really know how useful that was because of the true damage. I don't think it's bad, though, because of the crit down. Let me give somebody, though, that command code that gets rid of crit stuff. You can use regular mash if you summon a friends, which is what I do a lot, but yeah, and I guess you could use her in Lost Belt 6 a little bit there. Hey Ziggy. Yeah, 0080 is one of my favorite Gundams shows. I'm not really sure what my favorite is. Gotten hard over the years. Alright, 100 face is a fine pick. But, who else is gonna last a long time? Yeah, I'll just give it to her. Fine. Right, what do I replace, though? Might not need this. He does have an attack buff, so I do like that. I might give it to someone else. I like what she's got. Who else do I think will be on the field for a good while? I would say the Izo, but I don't have access to his command codes. Probably use David in VR Mash, I'm thinking. Could give it to VR Mash, I just don't know if she's gonna live long enough for that to really go anywhere. Guess we'll find out. It's like the toy or something. Although my ult account might not have it, actually. Fuck, I know I've got it on my main, but I don't think oh, no, there it is. This is such a nice command code because you don't need, it's just anti-crit. You don't have to worry about which crit buff it is. It works on both. Makes it easier to remember. We'll do the attack defense removal. Alright, that should be fine. Hans could be kind of okay here, but he can die so fast. I just feel like 100 face and Izo normally can work really well together, but it's kind of hard here because you kind of need to put more effort into Izo surviving than normal here because of the boss hitting really hard. But I guess it is a 120 Izo, so A lot of HP. I see Hex is doing the assassin tree some here. Doesn't have any of the art ups yet, but he's got one of the extra attacks. Can you check their other stuff? I guess not. Wonder if Hex is like splitting up what he's picking. I'm curious. Where he at? I'm on game. Jesus, did I skip past him? Either that or when you switch to the... Oh, there we go. Okay, so he's got assassin. So far, just like assassin. It's kind of interesting to see if people like pick 2 trees and half it, or if they're going ham on one. Looks like he's all assassin. Yep, okay. I'm all Lancer. And then my ult account, I haven't actually picked one yet. I'm leaning towards Saber just because I've been having fun making Gwen as busted as possible. But, I don't know, Ryder would be cool for Achilles. There's Protoku. Although, if I did Protoku, that'd be Lancer again, and that might be kind of boring, so... Yeah, definitely, I don't know, there's 100 Face, though. 100 Face would actually scale with it better than, Actually, I think anyone on this account, I think 100 Face scales with the skill tree like crazy. She gets all that star gen up, so your art cards will actually make stars. That'll be fucking ridiculous. Because she already makes an okay amount of stars with her art cards. Yeah, I might actually go Assassin because of that. That sounds awesome. Unlocked extra too. Yeah, I zerged extra fast as well. Because you know, you like to solo and the skill tree is really good for soloing. Dude with 100 face with some free is insane. Yeah, I imagine, you know, 120, 100 face, and then you get the skill tree. That'd just be busted. She scales like crazy. Yeah, after Gwen's 120, I might actually go for 100 face, just because it's really crazy what you can do. But I don't know, Protoku would be cool too. Somehow, we already got off my playlist. YouTube just does this all the time now, where it just starts playing songs that aren't on your playlist, and then just stops playing anything. I don't get how this keeps happening. Like, you set it to play your playlist, and then somehow you start playing songs that are not on your playlist. It's like, okay, sure. Anyway, maybe just go straight into... The thing is, if you take true damage, Izo has no way of getting that back outside of the Mystic Code, which you can't use your Mystic Code. So every time Izo takes true damage, unless there's someone on the team that can heal, he will never get that HP back. Where 100 Face can just keep going and going and going. 100 Face is just absolutely perfect for this stage. Well, I guess there's that. For Fluffy, is Bond Herc or Ku third pinned better? Ku, massively. It's not just because of the anti-berserker, it's just the way Ku's hit works there is a lot better than... Sadly, Hercules is not super good on that stage because the way the HP drain works is really bad for him. Like, it's not like Herc can't do anything, but he's way less useful there than normal. Also, the boss counters normal card damage, so you want to do an NP, and Herc has a hard time getting his NP. So yeah, Ku is much, much better, I would say. Oh, are Moon Cancer and Alter Ego not in the same one? Because I know right now, you do one of the extra groups, you only get Alter Ego right now, but the other ones will unlock later, and they're in the same tree. But I don't know which ones are with which. I don't care about extra classes much, so I never looked. Alright, do I want to give her the anti-mail defense up? It certainly worked in the video, but I don't know if it's really necessary. Although, I might focus on Izo doing damage. Well, let's fuck it. Let's see if we can go with something more greedy. Do I have... I think I do have Cope Scope in here somewhere, but I'm too lazy to find it. Do I have his passive? I don't. Let me see if I can get it, though. Asclepius with his passive lets you use the 4-star C. I love how I have to back out and go through 30 fucking confirmation messages just to check on my passives. Right, it's just ridiculous, dude. I think my favorite extra class is probably Avenger, because like Angra started it, and that was a fairly legit, like, not pull it out of your ass thing. But a lot of the extra classes, they really just pull it out of their ass, and they're kind of stupid. And a lot of the units they put in them are like really OC, colorful rainbow nonsense, so. And like Avenger just started strong because, you know, it had like proper lore behind it that wasn't full of shit. And then the first few Avengers they added were all serious. And they weren't like weird, you know, nonsense. You know, they did fucking Edmond Dantes, right? Which fits Avenger extremely well. Jalter's fairly serious, and if you don't take the events anyway. And then you had Lobo, right? Like, it started good. Now, it's gotten pretty stupid as time has gone on, but that's like every class now. All right, we only have 25 Asclepius coins. That's what happens when they don't give you any coins retroactively. That is super annoying. You know what? I'm gonna roll story. It doesn't matter for this fight, I don't care, but I want a proper Asclepius on my ult account. And I know, yeah, I'm gonna have to roll story for it eventually, so I might as well do it now. We're actually a Gacha stream, boys. Besides, it's my ult account, and there's all kinds of stuff I actually would like to get out of story summon, so. But yeah, I want to get more Asclepius copies. And actually, I'd like to get more Bedivere copies, too, if I happen to. And Casterku, actually. So pretty much all the story lock stuff would be nice over here. That craft essence is so bad. I don't know what they were thinking with that thing. Oh, yeah, Gwaine. Yeah, sure. I'd take more Gwaines. Happen to get spooked there. Okay, that's a start. Use a few of him, although I haven't leveled him over here. Yeah, please no Coup Alter. No thanks on that one. Wrong account, but still good. More Antonio. Okay, there's a Bedivere. I like it. Yeah, I'll sacrifice a lot for 3-star stuff. And yeah, this account actually needs coins on a lot of stuff, to be honest, so I'm totally okay with using quite a bit of my SQ here on story. Oh, great. Well, there's a K-Scope, although I think this account has plenty of them, so it's not really that, Man, all these Antonios, dude! Come on, game, just give me an Asclepius or two here. Well, that's a thing. That's a thing. Man, can my main get... Oh, there we go. There's an Asclepius. But can my main get some of these coups, please? I need like 7 more to get my fucking second passive. It's crazy. Give to me. Yeah, a lot of these 4-stars I'm getting, I would give away if I could. A lot of Ilya scopes. I forget what this does. I know it's one of the newer ones. Well, that's a thing. Kind of pointless considering I've got her on the Herc account at 10, 10, 10, NP5. I think we grailed her. I need to play that account more, honestly. That's like, that ult account is more fun to play than like any of my other ult accounts. And it's weird because it's newer than a lot of them other than the Sinnoh account, but somehow it's like farther along. I don't know how that happened, but like it has more like fun options to play around with than a lot of my other ults do. Yeah, the Herc account probably is my favorite ult, actually. I've always enjoyed playing it. It was the first, or no, well, I guess my first ult account to beat Lost Belt 6 was this one, but this is kind of like my standard account I stream with, but like, the Herc account was the first, like, out of my many, you know, whatever the fuck ult accounts that beat Lost Belt 6, and that was very enjoyable. Sinnoh, though. Yeah, so much Antonio, dude. Look at all this... Look at all this nonsense. I need this stuff on like maybe my main for like coins or something, but I don't need it on my ult, dude. Give me Asclepius. I don't know, maybe I should level some of this stuff. I just need a farm on this account so we can have unique stuff to have more fun with. I mean, Pint's always good. I don't think she's NP5 over here, so. And this account has a Pint at 10-10-10, so that's pretty good. Actually, maybe we'll use her today. We should do that. I don't use her enough, to be honest. She has fun gameplay. Oh, hey, Drake. That's actually awesome. This account already has a Drake. But I've never really have invested in her because she's been NP1. But now she's NP2. That's awesome. Yeah, I've been sitting on Drake at level 90 forever, but I never get to use her. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. That makes it all worth it right there, really. And it's nice to get coins for these guys, but man, we really are not getting much Asclepius. I mean, we've got a copy of them, but like a few more game. I don't have to get like all the coins right now, but if I could get a good chunk of them, that'd be nice. We're gonna have to do inventory management because of all these craft essences. Oh, there's an Asclepius, very good. That's 60 coins. So I think we need one more Asclepius, I think. And actually, now I'm kind of, okay, fuck off. But I'd be kind of sad if I get him right now because I'm kind of enjoying all this crazy stuff we're getting. I mean, Jufu's always good. But this is actually kind of nice because I don't care about my SQ and my ult account that much, so. And story is actually really worth doing on my ult. It needs a lot of like fundamental stuff. More Protoku. More Antonio, my god. And don't worry, no one knows we're rolling except our regulars right now, so. Oh, hey, there we go. I can get behind that. I'd like that on my main, though. My main's Herc is still NP1, which it took me so many years to get Herc on my main account, dude. More Antonio. Like, Antonio's gotten plenty of coins, so if we ever use him on the ult, he'll be ready to go. Come on, just one more Asclepius game. We're getting a little low on SQ now, so. Although I've got a bunch of summon tickets, so we'll probably get them, statistically speaking. Not what I wanted to see. Fucking city girl. I'm sure Say Stan would be happy. Oh, there we go. I guess we save what we have left. That was a lot of fun, but yeah, we'll, we got some good shit. I mean, the Drake was huge. Honestly, I'm super happy about getting a Drake spook. Although I guess it's not a spook if it's story. Because I've had her for a really long time on this account, but just at NP1, so she kind of always felt useless. But, like, hell yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. I don't even have Drake on my other accounts, so. Very nice. Yeah, that was good. That was very good. We got a Herc in there, too. Let's see. Right, and now we got 10th in P5. We're gonna have to grail her to 90 over here. Honestly, I'm generally a big fan of story summon because I don't like a lot of the new limited stuff that they add, and like you get better craft essences and all that from story, and like the story locked 3 stars are really good. And apparently we didn't have Asclepius at a high NP rank over here, so I guess this did work out very well. He really only needs to be NP2 for the most part, but it doesn't hurt to have the extra HP for the guts. Oh yeah, we gotta work on our Kentucky. Apparently he wasn't NP5 yet. Yeah, this worked out quite nicely. Alright, I don't really play NA very often. I really don't know why this keeps coming up. Like, I don't know how many times I can tell my chat I don't really play NA and I don't, you know, give very many shits about it. Like, it's the game 2 years ago. Not exactly what I'm interested in. Let's check our coins here. This UI is getting so bloated. Only 50 Gwaine coins. So, I could get Ku's battery passive before my main account. That's pretty messed up. I'm trying to think. Like, the extra is really good because of how Ku works, but in team play, battery's really good. I might go with the battery just because it's different. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna have to play this ult account, though. I should have played the lottery event. I should have just sat down and grinded it out, because the thing is, this is the account I stream main story with, and it needs to have more things leveled to have more fun, to be like entertaining and have like fun different stuff to try out. So I need to just stop procrastinating on this ult account, and it's worth investing in. Like, it's good enough to beat anything, it's just not able to like mix things up a lot. You know, it's got the bare necessities, but then you end up using like the same servants all the time and stuff, so. And I can't support a lot of wacky stuff for my friends list and things like that. This is kind of messed up, though. Now my main account doesn't have Ku starting NP, and then my ult does. However, my main has him at 120, and I have the other 2 passives, so still very far along. Alright. That's nice to have, though. That was... Wow, Proto Ku not doing so good. He's only got 80 coins. His third passive's not very good, though. So Achilles has a fuckload of coins, I see. I guess I was holding them because I might go 120, but I want to get... His passive is not very good. I think it's Archer or something, but... It's fine. I can actually pick Achilles as my free 5-star if I wanted to. Okay, 100 face can get something. Definitely this. Man, I thought Proto Ku might get an animation update with the prototype thing coming up, potentially. But with Saber Gilles getting nothing, I don't think they're gonna do anything for Proto Ku. I don't know, though. We'll see. Maybe we'll get lucky, and like right around when that main story comes out, maybe the game will be getting its shit together, and they'll be doing animation updates again. That was a lot of copium, chat. I got it going right into my veins. Just, super copium here. Yeah, I know. We were set in Egypt, and we got 0 Egyptian stuff, right? So, yeah, God knows. It's not because it's set in Tokyo, though. It's because of the hint word. Hint word. I said that very strangely. Anyway, the hint word... It was Tokyo Grail War, which is generally what they refer to as the prototype, like Grail War. So it's more than just the Tokyo thing, but we'll just have to see. Proto Gil would be pretty awesome. Yeah, I could pick Lancer Artoria, that's true. It's just that I've got her NP5 on my Herc account, and I'm very happy with that, but it would be something interesting to mix things up over here. Probably starting NP for Babbage. Yeah, actually, this worked out. We got a bunch of coins for a bunch of people. This is quite nice. Not that Blood Axe is doing so good. He probably wants his starting NP, especially with his overcharge stuff, but I'll wait. I don't even know what his third passive is, so. Man, Drake is just shy of a second one. I'll have to check what her passive is, too. Let's see. So Pope Joan, she can get another one. Martha can get one. What is hers? That's a hard pick. Probably the starting NP, but if you do solos and stuff, the extra attack is nice with how normal card oriented she is. Her third passive is Berserker. Oh man, that's crazy. She bodied Fluffy for me. She was my cleanup unit for Fluffy, and she did so much damage to Fluffy's last health bar. It was crazy. And she didn't even have her anti-Berserker. I didn't even realize that. So she could have done even better. That's tough. She has a really... she's one of the harder units. If you can only get one passive, that is very tough. I'm going to have to start getting some of her coins from Bond, because I'm going to at least want 2 of those. That's fucked. Yeah, that's very, very tough. Yeah, Fluffy's divine, so she gets that stuff. But still, like she did huge damage. She also applies her defense down before her NP damage, so it kind of is double upgraded. Okay, Fujino can get one. Yeah, I should have played the event, man. I have so many things that need skill gems. Because if we get like Fujino up and some of these other units, we'll have some more interesting variety. Okay, this is an easy pick. He has NP problems. All right, we need to get back to the game here in a second. Oh, good, they got stuff too. Yeah, these story summons are actually very good for me. Coins were released with Fluffy, pretty much. So yeah, a lot of people hadn't really sat down and looked at them yet and that kind of thing. But like those Martha coins I've had this entire time. I have not gotten more Martha copies since then. Wow, how did I not buy this? Oh, maybe I didn't have it? I don't know. Yeah, the coins pretty much dropped like, I think like a day or two before Fluffy did. So it was like a complete mess. I didn't even have Ku's anti-berserker. Like seriously, in my video, I don't have Ku's anti-berserker buff, which is like the main reason he's good there. So yeah, it is a complete shit show. Now, the nice thing about Asclepius is when you just unlock the second skill, it's already enough to use like Sakura scope and stuff. But it is nice to level it if you get the opportunity, because then you can just have the NP with K-scope, but we'll just keep it at that for now. Yeah, we got loads of, wow, Antonio's only at 185. I would have thought he'd have been higher than that. I thought we could at least get 2, but it's good to have the starting NP. He's all about the NP looping and stuff. All right, let's get back to murder here. Chat, how close are we to the anniversary? Let me see here. Isn't it normally, like at the end of July, if I remember correctly? So we still got a ways. Not that soon. Song's a little loud, even though it's on like 5% volume. Oh, of course. Actually, if I remember correctly, it's normally not in August. They just were really late one time, and now people say that forever. But if you actually look, it's normally in June. Because, like, the actual release date is in June. It's just they literally miss their own anniversary all of the time. They actually have almost never hit the proper date. It's crazy. It's because they care about, like, min-maxing its release relative to other content. They care about that to, like, make more money and stuff, more so than actually respecting the anniversary. Which is kind of dumb, but, you know, typical of FGO. Yeah, I remember one time they missed it by like 2 weeks or something. I might save the coups in case I want a 70 coup on this account, but I've already got a 70 coup on my main as well. So probably not needed. Most of these people I'm pretty confident are NP5, but I just want to be careful here. He's definitely not. He's new. And Caster coup, maybe not. Okay, mainly craft essences is what I need to manage. Oh my god, I should really make some CE bombs, but I don't really want to, I'm going to be honest. A lot of good 3-star CEs in there, but we've already got a lot of those limit broken multiple times. Alright, that'll do. Yeah, I want to look up, when is the official release date? Let me see here for the game. I've looked this up before, but I can never remember. It launched July 30th. And I remember one of the anniversaries was in August. How do you fuck it up that bad? Like, I think they had one that was like mid-August. So yeah, they fucked that up a lot. Yeah, no wonder. But yeah, technically it's supposed to be at the end of July, but because if they were like really trying to do it right, they do like the pre-stuff, like the kind of leading into it stuff, like you know, July, you know, 22nd or something. But they don't do that. They normally don't even get the pre-stuff going until like August or the end of July, and then by the time they actually do the anniversary, it's, you know, past. But yeah, I remember I've checked on the wiki the release date of all the anniversary events, and they're not consistent at all. They're all over the place. But they are often late. So I'm pretty sure Landling, when he's all bugged out, gets forced to use his NP, and he does like the beauty face thing, but it's like a warped version of it or something. It like works a little differently, and it like forces the, what's her name, Rinny, whatever, clones, copies, to like make themselves blow up. So it turns them into like bombs. Like detonates the mana or something. It's kind of fucked up. But that's the true damage that gets done to you, is them blowing up. They don't have a good time in this story. All right. Finally getting to the business here. He doesn't need that. Yeah, Zokin's kind of a dick. I don't know who selected the people to make the virtual copies of, but I don't know why they would want to pick that guy. I guess he like kinda became better when he was dying, potentially, maybe. Like the whole thing is he's like forgotten. He's lived so long, he's kind of like forgotten what he cared about. Like so obsessed that he forgot the reason he was doing it in the first place, essentially. I guess she'd be better with Cope Scope, but this account either doesn't have it or it's level 1. In either way, I'll just use K-Scope because it's easier. I wonder if I need another healer at the end. Healing is pretty good here. Right now, all we have is Asclepius. And the default Mystic Code would be so good in this fight, but they don't let you have it. There's Martha as a cleanup unit. That'd be something unique. The healer definitely makes sense, though. There's Hans. Also Joan of Arc, if I can make her work. I don't use Joan of Arc a lot, and she's kind of the forgotten 5-star support. Do I have the team cost for that? Because if I don't have her starting in P passive... Okay, I've got it, but she'd still need something. I guess do K-Scope again. Yeah, we got the team cost. Yeah, fuck it, why not? And over here... Could do Star Bomb and then into his third skill. Could do something on Death. You know... Oh, I know what we're gonna do. This is some good flavor. We're gonna Zokin. Yeah, I like that. That's not bad in this fight anyway. Although I think he might remove debuffs or something. I hope we don't have to wait 6 months. This seems more bare bones than other main stories. It's more like Epic of Remnant. So I would hope they can pump these out faster. But I can't even believe they're doing this, dude. I cannot believe we're having to go through this giant filler arc story before the finale. Like, I cannot believe this. Like, I really, like, how could they not see how poorly received this would be? Like, Jesus Christ, dude. Like, just do it after. Like, holy shit. Even if it takes a minute to, like, maybe they're got a lot of work to do for the, you know, Chaldeus final. But then just take your time and do that, right? Because this is obviously going to make it take even longer, right? So just do the final, then do the filler stuff, right? Then you could, you know, enjoy it. But yeah, if they make us wait 6 months in between, and we have to go, it's 2 years of this. Oh my god, dude! What a horrible opening hand, by the way. Like, wow. It's so bad. I kind of want to. Oh fuck! I don't think this is the main. Do you have a? Was there a preview fight with him? Fuck, I didn't remember there being a preview fight with him, but I guess this isn't the real fight. Shit. Well, hopefully we can get Hex again because I really wanted to try out this Izo. But yeah, I don't think this is the real fight. Also, hi Cairo. Didn't even notice you there. Maybe you just have to break the first health bar or something. Let's see. That first hand really was, yikes. Please don't kill Mozart this turn. I could taunt right now, but I mean... Yeah, fuck it, hold on. I really want to see Izo's damage here. It's just so dumb to switch out 100 face like that. Like, if anything, you'd start with MASH if you were gonna do it like this. Jolly old Izo. I love Izo, man. He's great. Alright, let's see what he can do. All he's got is Mozart buffs, but he hits pretty damn hard. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, alright. What a champ. We had a second buffer, we'd hit 1,000,000 real easy. Yeah, you better run. We got 61 refund too. That's just with Mozart. Like, imagine if you had Mozart and Castoria or something like that. Also, we could give Mozart his Bond CE, and there'd be another 20% in there. Okay, now it's the real fight. Yeah, I'll show off what I'm talking about with the NP. Like, you can see how he's making the AI ladies explode. It's pretty fucked up. But yeah, Landling's like not in control of his actions here. He's actually trying to not help Zokin, but not going so good. I don't even know why Zokin is able to hijack a servant, to be honest. I don't know if it's something special with the singularity or whatever, but like it doesn't make any sense. The bugs are not nearly strong enough to be able to control a servant. Because they like physically move your body, but you couldn't do that. And I don't even know how they can interact with the spiritual body anyway, but yeah, I don't think they can do it like in a normal timeline. I imagine there's something specific going on here. Yeah, I translated a good bit of this part when I was doing it because I was curious what the fuck was going on. But yeah, Landling never has a good time in the main story. Yeah, I think they're hijacked by bugs too, so they can't leave. And then he has Landling use his NP on them and it makes them explode. Hey, Ace. But yeah, Landling, tough times. Eri must hate this bit. She's a big Landling fan, so that's fucked. Oh, I see. Those were the ones that she gave the flowers to. Not a good time. Yeah, it's like a mana bomb. I don't actually know what happens after this bit, though. I didn't watch on my main, and all I've done is this stage on my main. I haven't done any more, so I don't know what goes down here. They do know how to make you hate Zoken, though. Yeah, I guess he possesses them with that, and then they can't get away, then you blow them up. Essentially, what he's doing. But yeah, in gameplay, what they do is when Langling gets his NP, he does his extra attack, which does a bunch of single target damage, so it's basically an NP. Single target NP. And then the turn after, a bunch of true damage happens that you can't prevent. I mean, Kama did some pretty fucked up stuff, honestly. She was like building her tower out of dead servants and shit. Not the best. Or the maze or whatever. Also, there was the part where she was trying to kill everybody. I do find it funny, though, that her whole event is basically her trying to get away from Gajuna. Because Gajuna's fucked. Okay, let's see if we can use Ezo, because I really do want to see that. We got some fun options here, though. Like, Yan would be really cool. We got Spider Lady. I wish Spider Lady was single target. It really sucks. She's AoE. Fucking everyone's AoE, man. No, I don't want to use Kama, though. That's busted. Man, Kojo would be nice, but I'd want a 100 one at least. 100 face is the best pick here, though. Holy shit. Like, if you don't have really strong supports that let you 3-turn, she is just the best pick. Sanson, yeah. That's what I was saying earlier. It would be pretty bad here. Now we got 100 Ezo. I'd like to use Hexes, though, just because he's put so much effort into it. I don't think Hex is around right now, unfortunately. Yeah, support list moment. Fucking sucks. That Phantom, though, 102. I mean, we could use Aces. Ace is here, so we could get command codes if we wanted. I mean, Ace has a really good one. I mean, he's got the faux pause, and all that stuff. But Hex has got the assassin skill tree going, and you got the 120. It's just nice to see that what he can do. But yeah, we might have to go with the 100 instead. We could always do Sanson for the memes, though. But like, Sanson really doesn't do a lot here. Although the heal is nice because healing is the only way to counteract the true damage. Wow, that is so strong, dude. You got the skill tree going, 120. Like that's disgusting. I might have to do that someday because that's probably the best thing we could summon. I'm sure she could solo this. I'm actually pretty confident an 100 one can solo this. But a 121 definitely can solo this. If for her to solo it, though, you definitely have to have the heal boost command code and the heal, because you're still going to take that true damage and you have to be able to bounce that back. And then you probably need the anti-crit, the crit removal one. But yeah, she definitely can do it, I think. The only reason she might not be able to is if the normal card damage is a little too high on the boss, because normally your heal would go into counteracting that, but your heal is going to have to go into the true damage. That's like the one thing. But I don't know, at 120, I think she'd have that. Okay, so Hex is a mirage. He's not actually real. There's a cockroach right there. Those skill ranks, by the way. GQ would be good here. She'd actually be pretty good here. Not too bad. For AoE, anyway. She's got no good normal card damage. A lot of survivability. I think Yu would be pretty good here with her heal, actually. If she had the heal boost command code, I think she'd do great. It's just the AoE again. Man, I really want to use that Ezo, though. Like, I really want to see that. I can message Hex, but I don't think he's free this time of day, generally. Come on, game. You can give me Hex one time. We got Cairo. I tell you what, though, that's another really fun one. And we don't see her very often. Cairo, can we get command codes? Because if I can't get Hex, I wouldn't mind trying that. That would be pretty fun. Give her like the one that removes a crit buff and a crit damage buff, and then give her the heal, right? Because obviously heal's really big, and then whatever the fuck else you want. But yeah, if we can't get Hex, I think that's the one to go with. Now, if I wanted to be practical, I would definitely take the 100 face, but my YouTube video is already 100 face, so who the fuck cares? Although I might reset this and try to solo after. If Beastly's here and can put up like solo command codes, we could give that a try. And if she ultra destroys it, then we could try on the 100 as well. But it'd be cool to see. I'd like to see 100 face at 120. How have you not logged in a day when you were just streaming this? I'm confused. How the fuck does that work? Also, Cairo's motto. Look at this nonsense. Like how he makes the like facial expression change. All right, the man codes update automatically. I guess that makes Mozart less good though. Fuck, I have no quick support. God damn it, dude. Yeah, Mozart is so much better. If these two NP together, like if they're both art units, it's so good. I mean, Mozart can still help 100 face, but that's way less good. Do a taunt. You know, taunts are fine. Damn it, dude. I have no support for MHX. I didn't think about that. Damn it, that sucks. And she's not any good with 100 face either. Because, like, 100 face gives you the art resist down. But she's quick. Yeah, Ezo is a really nice pick here, but he doesn't exist, apparently. Why is there no budget quick support? Like, what the actual fuck, dude? No, Chiron is... I don't know why. I am so sick of this. Why is it every time I bring this up, someone always says Chiron? I have no idea why people think Chiron is a support. Like, look at Chiron's kit. He gives you like 20% damage up. Oh, wow. What a support. Like, he is such a bad support. Like Chiron is a damage dealer that as a side thing can support someone else if need be. He's not even remotely a support. He's not even close. Like, he's like Alex, right? Like, and Alex is actually better. Alex is a better support than Chiron is. I have no idea why that comes up all the time. Like, all of the time when I'm talking about lack of supports, people are like, Chiron. Like, what the fuck? Like, I remember when he came out, there was like one YouTube video from some fucking crazy person that was trying to say he was like an amazing support, where he's not at all. Like, Helena is way more of a support than Chiron is. And even she's more of a damage dealer still. Like, very much so. But, she's certainly more of a support than Chiron is. It's just so weird how often that comes up. Like, oh man, you get 20%, you know, color up. I'm so happy. Like, even if it was 30%, that's not enough to be a support. Like, Mozart gives you 64% art up. 20% of which is for 3 turns. He gives you 50 stars and crit down, right? Chen Gong gives you 50% buster up, a taunt, which is invaluable because, you know, it's targetable, battery, damage cut, defense up, right? That's a support, right? Hans gives you battery, stars per turn, crit up, heal, potentially attack up, defense up, star gen up, right? Like, that's a support. Someone giving you a really baby amount of damage up, like, you know, oh man, I've got charisma for the team. Like, look out, I'm a support, right? Like, no, that's just like a little bonus. I don't know what to do here. Like, this is just she's fine, but she's not good with 100 face in any way, and there's just no support I could use that will be any good here. I could bring 3 damage dealers and just say who needs a support. It's not really good though for MHX because you kind of want to like loop and stuff. Fuck it. We do damage. We hit things. Who needs supports when you can just hit it in the face, right? Let's see what command codes Cairo went with. Yeah, Chiron is a good DPS. I'm not saying Chiron's a bad unit, not at all. Like, Chiron's a fine unit. He's got hard survivability, he's got solid damage, nice niche with the defense removal stuff. But Jesus Christ, is he not a support unit? And it's not like this comes up every once in a while. I mean, this comes up a lot. Like, for some reason, the community at large thinks Chiron is a good support unit. And I'm like, what the actual fuck? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna just do this right off the bat. Not really the opening hand I was hoping for. This Shiki stuff. I don't think this team's gonna work very well, but we'll see what happens. I think we're very susceptible to just dying, to getting crit in the face. Now, I guess I just do this now. Get ahead of the curve here. Now, I could rainbow chain, but she needs a decent amount of NP gain. So, Cairo, I'm presuming you never did the event that gives you the command code that removes both crit buffs at once. Because, yeah, there's like that command code, I think it was from the Ushi event, I think? But it's like a toy or whatever, like a pinata toy or something. And, yeah, it removes both. It's pretty nice. Because he does cast both. But, alright, let's see here. Yet again, we could rainbow chain, but not really needed. Although the crit down would be nice right here. Yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna do that. She should get her NP anyway. I actually wish I had MHX because she's like a good 5-star, but she's not broken, and that's my favorite type. I wish she got an animation update though. Jesus Christ. She's got big head syndrome and everything. That's pretty good damage. I love how they gave her the passive, though, for anti-saber. That was pretty great. Wow, that sucks. Yeah, we should have focused more on 100 face because, we need that crit down. That's 2 hit invulnerability. Yep. Cheeky would have been nice there. Now, as much as I'd like to do the, art up potentially, I think we save it. Could get Shiki, but like, if she gets her heal with the heal boost, she might be able to hang in there a bit longer. Also Starjin. You know, this is kind of fitting because Landling used to be a Saber. Yeah, they didn't really give her a real animation update. They gave her like a touch up where they like twink. Oh, we didn't break there. That sucks. They like twinked like her attacks and stuff a bit, but they didn't really change her sprite. I think they changed it like a tiny bit, but they didn't do much. She's gonna die to the true damage, I think. Well, she might barely survive. She's got the heal here. This team is not great. Try to get her NP again before she dies. Please break, please break. Oh my god. Dude. That is so frustrating. That is so frustrating, dude, because I think he quick charges when you break, and if he already had his NP, then it wouldn't matter. I could switch her out to dodge the true damage if I wanted. Oh, this is so shit. I think I'm gonna NP with 100 phase. Because I can refund a lot anyway, and I just want the crit down, so whatever. That sucks, dude. That super sucks. Cheeky music. If she lives and NPs again. Which might not happen. I think it does like 5k damage, something like that. Yeah. Man, that sucks, dude. By the way, I remember on my tier list video, there were multiple people saying 100 phase sucks. And like, they're so stupid, dude. Like, they are so stupid. She is so tanky, it's ridiculous. Like, even if she was level 70, she'd still be alive right now. And like, she gets her heal next turn. Like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? Yeah, he crits really hard. He's got that gimmick there. She can heal next turn. We can heal off of this. I could heal Shiki. What if I didn't NP with him though? Because we got this guaranteed art crits, man. That's a lot of potential looping right there. Am I being greedy? I feel like I'm being very greedy. I mean, who doesn't like some greed though? Yeah, this is boss music. 100%. This is Zoken's theme. I mean, if Asclepius just doesn't die, it's great to hold the NP for a turn. I should probably just NP. The question is, do I need this art up? Maybe not, but I'm gonna just do it. I want to make sure I break here for fuck's sakes. I have no idea what Shiki's overcharge is. Oh fuck, I think it's defense down. Whatever. It's fine, the art resist down means more NP refund. We're not gonna break here. Maybe if I did the Mystic Code. Alright, you can have your Shiki theme now. I don't know why it started mid-song, but alright. Dude, Shiki is the best Type Moon main character by so much. It's not close. Complete blowout. And then some idiot's gonna be like, Mashiro, but you know, whatever. Doesn't really need the heal right now. Besides, I just removed the other heal, so there's no reason to do it yet. Could just focus on NP gain. Could also Brave Chain to get the extra in there. Which Shiki? Which one do you think? Man, a Grailed Shiki wouldn't be bad here, though. He's got damage. He's doing pretty good with scuffed skills. I think I'll just do that for the star gen stuff. I do Buster quick. Still probably not gonna break. I can remove his attack up. And then the stars here shouldn't let me break next turn. Well, that's unfortunate for Asclepius there. Bad timing for Mash, too. Not bad to heal here. I don't really need the NP gain up. She's gonna get her NP anyway. I can wait a turn though. We got taunt. I don't need to do it right now. Maybe the bit of stars will do something. Who knows? Man, these crits are kind of going into the void here. We got the mash crit and everything, but he's only got 30k health left. So if we had just broken that first health bar smoother, we probably could have lined those crits up into this health bar. 600k. All right. All right, bombs coming our way. Full HP. Man, one turn on this. Let's see, can I switch to any? Nah, it's not gonna do jack. Well, I could do her, she does have a damage up now, doesn't she? This would be better off as Mozart. Like right here, switch in Mozart, give them both the art up. That'd be so good, dude. So she has the defense down. I think Shiki goes first then. Jonah Arc doesn't really need to get her NP, but I'm not gonna complain if she gets it. But yeah, Jonah Arc could be better as Mozart here. This would be a... And if he had his Bond CE, he'd be giving an 84% damage up to both the DPSs. That's insane, by the way. That's almost like them both NPing an extra time. And then it's more stars and more NP refund. That's absolutely crazy. Jesus, though. Oh, that hurts. Yeah, now she gets the damage up. What are you gonna do? Yeah, I think if that was Mozart, I think we would have won right there. Alright, is Beastly Whale here? Because if he is, I think we'll reset and see how 120 100 face does solo here. I need Beastly to be here because I need the command codes to be pretty specific. Okay, we're obviously going to need heal and heal boost. Heal boost on art. Heal on not art, I would think. Probably on a quick. And then probably an attack removal. Like maybe the Star Bomb attack removal or something. And then I'm not sure. Maybe just the generic crit down or something like that. I'll leave the last one to your discretion there. I'm not really sure. So you either go with like the generic crit down that you can apply all the time, or you go with Pierce and Vulnerability, or buff success chance. Like there's a lot of options there. Okay, I just need to get my NP again and we win. Oh, thanks. I'm pretty sure she'll kill here, and even if she doesn't, and he doesn't NP Shiki and all that, we can definitely finish off what's left. So I'll just bail out here so we can do the solo. I don't want to fuck it up and beat the stage on accident. Yeah, the HP drain. Honestly, though, if you look at the HP drain, it's so little HP. Even at the end there, he's not losing much. But through the whole fight, through all those turns, it can potentially make you win like one turn faster, I would say. Which is kind of what they're going for, I would think. Yeah, notifications don't work very well. All I can say is you can join my Discord, and if you don't want to like, partake in Discord, which is understandable, just mute every channel except the announcements channel, and I normally ping everyone when I'm streaming. I really should like use Twitter or something and just say when I'm streaming on Twitter, but I can never be bothered to use Twitter because I'm a sane individual. All right, let's find that 100 face. Now, an 101 might be able to do it, but how are we not going to check out the 120? Like, we got to see that. I might go to 120 on mine, though. But Gwen first. Okay, what do we got here? So we got heal boost, heal, that looks good. So that's the attack removal. I don't know what the hell this is. I'm assuming it's crit related. I don't know what the hell this is either. These two are really important, though. What we might need is, we might need this on that, or we might need this to just be the generic, like the Mozart mask that always applies crit down. Because I've noticed his crit up is so big that he can still crit even when 100 Face has her crit down. He doesn't crit a lot, but he can. Although, I don't know, maybe in a solo, I might be out of my mind. She's going to NP a lot more in a solo, so we might not need anything in the crit department. But there's always buff success chance. That can be good. Although you can just get lucky forehead. I'm sad MHX didn't get to do much, but she got kind of unlucky. And we just didn't really have a good setup for her. Okay, you know what might run 100 Face soloing this? And actually, I think it will. I think this is going to make it not work. Is you can't bring your Mystic Code. I think that's going to make her unable to do this. I think if you could bring Atlas or Default, I think she could do it. But the one they give you is just not very good. Like, a stun is so much worse than an evade or invulnerability. And then there's no heal, no third skill. And people keep acting like stun is good. It's not. Right? It's okay in a team setting against one enemy, but like being able to cast evade or invulnerability is so much better. Because one, if you do it on the NP turn, it resets his NP bar. Where if you stun, it just delays it and he still NPs later. And then also you get hit, so you get battery. Right? If you do stun or whatever, the enemy doesn't do anything, you get no battery. Like, evade and vulnerability and stuff like that is just better than stun in a solo. Like, in every fucking way. Now, there's a few gimmicks where that's not the case, where if the enemy has, like, apply some nasty effect on attack, right? So if you stun them, they can't attack, then that's decent. But yeah, that's a pretty specific thing. Get some appropriate music here. I don't actually have this song in the playlist anyway, so... Alright, let's see how this goes. But I do think she's gonna fail simply because of the Mystic Code being so useless. But I don't know, she might impress. It's just, we got like 1.9 or 1.8 million HP or something. I don't remember how much HP the second health bar is, but he's well over a million HP. Do I NP right now? I can't art. It's so tempting to get the ball rolling like that. I could NP quick art. Okay, we definitely don't want that command code. I guess I do it. Like, I cast this. Yep, that's Oaken. Long story. I couldn't find it in the UI. Very understandable. That damage, dude. Jesus. God, if we had crit or something and gotten our NP right there, that'd have been so good. Do we... I guess we can't evade because we don't have a fucking Mystic Code. If I had Atlas, I'd evade now, and then invulnerability the NP, and then we'd have our evade again for the next NP. Sucks. I guess I stun now. There's really... I mean, I guess I could do it on the NP turn. Delay it. So I need to heal next turn. Problem is, next turn I want to art. I wonder if I could get away with not doing art next turn. That's tricky. Maybe I do stun then. No, it's not a good time because the defense down would be pretty, be whatever. Rainbow Chain. Rainbow Chain seems pretty good. I'll make stars though. Probably the focus. He's gonna be so cracked when the skill tree's maxed out. Oh, that sucks. Oh, that sucks. He didn't do much damage to us, but he's got 2-hit invulnerability. That's horrible timing. That messes her up really bad. I think I NP anyway. I think I NP into it and then art. I could stun if I don't want him to quick charge into his NP. Defense down would get wasted, and he could just not quick charge forehead. Not a good start. Quick charge, pray. Don't be doing that. Other side's off. We got 100% crit down though. I like that. Okay, there we go. We're safe. Look at that HP. Okay, if you're ever gonna stun, now would be the time to do it. But see, now I'm just holding my... I've held my second skill so long, I could have used it at the very start and had it back by now. But yeah, if you're gonna stun, this is the time to do it, I think. Look, Landling's awesome, but and I think he wants to lose here. Okay, this music is just not what I want. Like her Stargen, when you get all the Stargen up buffs from, like I bet you right there she'd make like 30 or more from the Stargen ups from the skill tree. Do I want to do the attack up? There's a chance at some point we'll barely fail to get our NP, but I don't really see that happening at like a meaningful time. I think we just do it now and try to gas. $303, wow. None of those crit. We would have broken. What? Bro, we would have broken right there in one turn if we had crit with either of those art cards. Jesus Christ, dude. Now I'm gonna whiff so much damage. Well, the good news is he is definitely not critting us, so there is that. You know, we actually might want Star Bomb on that art card right here. Like the highest Star Bomb you can get. We might need a heal here depending on how much damage we take. We're definitely not like we're not critting, but we're looping really easily because all the art resist downs. God, if we had just been able to NP this health bar, we'd almost be done right now. Yeah, I think we would have been set to win if we had crit on that turn, where it's gonna be really close now. God, this Mystic Code. If we had a proper Mystic Code, I would not be worried at all. This would actually be pretty easy with a regular Mystic Code. Yeah, I didn't think Star Bomb would be the way, but yeah, I think it does seem like that's what we want. A few crits in here would be nice. Jesus, he hits hard. Yeah, we would have won. I think we're dead, but we would have won if we had broken that health bar. Because he'd be another NP down, so this NP right here would kill him. That makes me mad. I guess we rainbow chain here for as much damage as possible. Yeah, probably put this star bomb on that. And then I don't know what else the other one would be. This needs to crit. I don't think we'll win even if it does. The thing is, Art gets the triple art resist down, which is 60% damage up. Rainbow Chain, though, acts like we're getting the Buster bonus, which is a 50% damage up. That's the quick card will do way less. The Buster card will do slightly more. However, the art down could fail. And maybe buff up on quick, but we definitely want the heal boost on art still, though. That's, I think, really important. It just sucks that we could have won here if we'd broken that fucking health bar. I guess we go art because they have the faux pas thingy. Also, I think our CE has art up. Now, the other option is we could do the anti-mail defense up. I wonder how that would hurt our damage a lot, but I wonder how much that would improve our survivability. But yeah, you can see clearly if that one turn didn't go south, we would have won. We could have done 160 in that one turn. We almost lived there too. That sucks. Give her another go. She definitely can do it. You just need to go smoothly. It's just the normal card damage is so high from the boss. Boy, this would actually be pretty easy though with a normal Mystic Code. Like with Atlas, I don't think this would be hard at all. You'd have a lot of extra turns there, and your skills would come back, which buys you even more turns. So you could actually probably deal with another health bar, depending on like if there were gimmicks and stuff. Because she'd get her heal back again and all that stuff. Okay. You know, maybe we want the attack removal. Like, switch these two or something. Because now I'm thinking about it, we do take so much damage. If he has the attack up, it'd be nice to be able to remove it with an art card. We lose 1 star, but I think that's better. Like, being able to consistently remove the attack up is probably more important. And then, I don't know what the fuck you put on Buster then, because it doesn't need a star bomb at that point. Let me think. You probably want to use it for the last 2 raw, so maybe just damage up or something like that. Or maybe Pierce Invulnerability, just in case we decide to go for a Rainbow Chain on a turn that he has Invulnerability. Yeah, I would say either Pierce Invulnerability or just like, you know, Anti-Servant, Anti-Mail, or crit damage up or something like that. That's like all I can think of. Because the Buster card is definitely what we're going to use the least. Give Beastly a second to switch stuff around. She is so close to doing it, though. I mean, she could have done it on the, like I said, on the previous setup. We're only a few K short. But it'd be nice to make it, like, more reliable. And that we might have a better... This is a good CE for her, but I do think in this fight it might be better to be something else. Hard to say what, though. Good to go? Okay. I mean, there's always Yang CE, but that's just cheating. That'd make this really easy because you'll break the bars faster and you ignore the vulnerability. I think we all know that will work. Now, if I was doing this at class neutral, I would definitely use the Yang CE because then that's just getting ridiculous. But now I almost want to use my evade right now because I know so many turns went by last time without me needing to cast it. So why not grab the potential damage up? Let's find out if that works. Let's see. Like, because of RNG stuff, this might be a bad idea. But we'll see. Yeah, Black Grail is definitely an option because she's NPing so often. And even Heaven's Feel if the damage is a problem. But there is the anti-mail defense up. Like that that could be really strong here. Yeah, I think if evading at the start is right or wrong, it changes depending on how much the boss quick charges. So this is like bad because there's no art card there. But I'm gonna try NPing here. It's just really nice to get that crit down. But no art card makes that kind of sus. I got a crit though. Got to 51% still. That's pretty impressive. Oh, he quick charging a lot. That's not great. Yeah, because of that, we probably shouldn't have evaded, but there was no guarantee that it was gonna go like that. If he quick charged one less time, it'll work. I guess that means though more times than not, it's probably just best to hold it because it's not, you don't miss out on much by holding it. A pretty minor benefit. I guess we want the buff six. No, we don't really need the buff success chance. I guess we just rainbow. But yeah, I think we fucked up. I guess I could have heal boosted there. Really sucks the invulnerability there. I should have healed next turn, I think. I guess I'll rainbow. We rainbow? Could just hit twice. I don't know. Man, this is so awkward. Part of me wants to just NP into the invulnerability, but not great. Just there's zero refund here. I don't know, I think it's over because I cast the evade. I think that just makes this not work. Manco's on CCs, or CCs on, what am I saying? CCs on NPs, that's the one. That would just be so broken, I don't think they'll ever do it. Yep, one turn, so because he quick charged twice, you could only do it if you quick charged once. So it's probably better to just hold it, but it does really suck if he only quick charges the one time, because then you're just missing out on free damage. Yeah, Twitch on mobile is pretty yikes. And like, it would make people that have Pierce Invulnerability naturally like so much less good because you could just slap Pierce Invulnerability on the NP all the time. Now, what would be cool, this I would be okay with, if you get Bond 15, if you max out the corresponding skill tree, right? And the character is level 120. Then you can put a command code on their NP. Because that you're not going to be able to do that for very many units. Right? And that's like a nice little cherry on top for doing all that stuff. That would be fine. Because then, you know, that wouldn't really diminish from the people that have naturally Pierce Invulnerability and stuff like that. We have the highest honor of being what I watch for dinner. I like to watch streams when I'm eating too, actually. We had, was it Pit Boy that's sick watching from bed right now? So that gave me some perspective, right? It's like, they can't Being sick sucks, right? Like when you're really sick, right, where like it really affects you and it just never goes away. That sucks. So I'm lucky that I'm not sick, so I should not bitch. Yeah, hopefully he feels better. Yeah, he's watching me from bed apparently, so it's flattering. Stars looking pretty good here. Some people, when they get sick, they don't really get that sick. But when some people get sick, oh god. Like, I'm one of those, unfortunately. My friend Tusk, when he gets sick, it barely phases him. But when I get sick, it's just like death for weeks, if not, sometimes months. Then if I get like a sinus infection, which is very common, that normally lasts like 6 months. I'm not kidding. And you have no idea how paranoid I am about getting sick because of this. I go through insane lengths not to get sick. The only sickness I've had in the last 5 years is COVID. Which is the only sickness that actually didn't affect me very negatively, funnily enough. But it's been like 5 or 6 years since I've had a cold or the flu or anything like that. Because it is very bad. I've never gotten sick while streaming. Ever since I started being a streamer, I have never gotten, well, other than COVID, but I've never gotten the flu or the cold or anything. Which is good because it might really fuck up my schedule for a long time, but we'll see. Normally what happens is I get unbelievably sick for like a month or two. And then the corresponding, like the following months, I'm sick, but not like I can function, right? I'd be able to stream and stuff. Okay. Could stun now. Won't delay the NP, but he couldn't quick charge. That's tricky. It's nice to delay the NP though, because it makes the second NP come out later. Which is kind of a big deal. I guess just get lucky, forehead. He could also quick charge as his third action, which then doesn't matter. Well, that Omega sucks. That pretty much runs the whole run. I don't think we can recover from that. We'll see, but that's really bad. Well, I can heal right here for 1,500. And we missed all 3 of our buffs. I don't know. I don't think we can run that back. That was a huge hit for our value. And then not only that, but then we missed all of our buffs. So I don't think we can win now. That was really bad. Yeah, there's no way. And we haven't even broken the first health bar. And also, we can't stun when we're supposed to. Yeah, that wrecked us. That was so bad. That's so bad that I almost want to like always stun on that turn to prevent that from happening. But then you lose value by not being able to delay the second NP. So that I don't know. That's tough. That's hard to figure out. See, this is why it's nice when your unit is just absolutely capable of soloing something and you have excess value, because then you make all the safe decisions that prevent stuff like this from happening. Right, like you save your evade instead of casting it early. You always stun the turn before the NP so he can't quick charge into it and stuff like that. You always, because you can afford to lose like the bells and whistle value, but we're not quite there because this is a hard fight to solo. Although I bet you with a better craft essence, I bet you could have the value to play it safer. I suspect. Also, if we just had a normal, like this would not be that hard of a fight if you could use whatever Mystic Code you wanted, because that Atlas is unbelievably good on 100 face. It is so strong for her, where this Mystic Code is pretty shit. Nah, this boss doesn't have set patterns like Dimitar does. I mean, he's more likely to cast a vulnerability when he's low on HP, but that's like every boss ever. I'm just gonna reset. That's such a bad hand. Let's see. I mean, do you have the anti-mail limit broken? Because I think that's a possibility for being one of the better ones. There's also the NP gain up anti-mail one. There's also formal craft. Formal craft is not bad. What else is there? And there is Black Grail or Heaven's Feel. Actually, if you don't have a limit broken Black Grail, I would say if you had a limit broken Heaven's Feel, that might be better. But there's a chance that the anti-mail one is the way to go. That could buy you a few turns depending. I'm not sure though. Like, I'm really not sure on that. She definitely can solo this. It's just tricky. I don't think it'd be too tricky if you had all the bells and whistles, but without the bells and whistles, I think there is some real RNG here. I don't know. I've never played it like as safe as possible and seen what happened, but like, I think I cast this. I don't know. Maybe I should have cast the second skill there too to get the art up potentially. Because if you can, it seems to be good to get your NP right there. But I was worried he wasn't gonna kill George there. That would have really sucked. Okay, we've got a art card. Man, just hearing this song again has given me such an urge to play Ninja Gaiden Black again. I wish Ninja Gaiden Black was the one they put on PC, dude, and not Sigma. I like Sigma, it's still a good game, but there's just a lot of little things about Sigma that I don't like as much as Black. Now, Formal Craft is obviously worse at the beginning, but the longer the fight goes, the better it gets. So that's a very tricky one. The only thing that makes me iffy about Formal Craft is it's probably not gonna be leveled, and that's gonna eat into its value a lot. If it was like a level 100 Formal Craft, I'd be pretty confident that it'd be better. Okay, let's see what happens here. We almost looped. Probably buff success chance on this one. Maybe heal boost, but I'm gonna try without. Yeah, if it was me, what I would try is anti-mail, but I don't know if you have that, like, limit broken and all that. But I would definitely give it a go just to see what effect it had. That is so unlucky. What the fuck? That is so unlucky, dude. And I didn't do heal boost. I didn't think I needed it. Like, we're dead again because of that. That is so shit. And that is the turn that's most likely to happen, though, because we only have one in crit down. But still, that was very unlucky. Fuck, I don't know what to do now. Well, I know I'm doing this. I think I've got a heal boost. The third skill. Maybe I don't use this heal then. Let me think. We heal for 6,000. Great game. I could heal now just for the cooldown. And then heal boost this. That's less health total, but it's just to help with the I don't know. I feel like we might need the cooldown. But I don't know. That was such a value hit to us. Like, only one of them had crit, it had been fine. But both of them critting was just devastating. I guess I art here. And then try to heal next turn. Yeah, the first few turns are where things get ugly. After that, it's a lot smoother. And once you have a bunch of crit down, you don't have to worry about it too much. Oh, so we broke by this turn before. He's probably gonna... I know he won't have vulnerability because we're gonna reset the bar. So I could do this to NP again to get another crit down. But that's a lot of wasted damage. Yeah, I don't think we do that. We can have evade here anyway. So what I really want is to heal boost heal. So we could have been back to full health if I played this differently. But what I'm trading for that bit of HP is 1 turn on my 3rd skill, so we'll see if that matters. It might. Especially with that true damage we're gonna take. This is not a bad time to do the damage up. Gets me 200%, which actually is not terrible in this fight. Normally it's completely pointless on her. Because you don't need, generally you don't need more than 50% crit down. Like most bosses don't have a 50% chance to crit. But because of his crit gimmick here, it's nice to have a little extra. Okay, so we've got art defense down, art up, and attack up, and NP up. He does the extra, but it's not really what he does. Like his NP is actually way more dangerous than his real NP, because his extra attack can do huge damage, so it's basically an NP, and then there's a gimmick where it explodes after, which does true damage. Almost 6,000 true damage, which is ridiculous. Yeah, but the anti-mail one we should try. I could see that being good. I could also see it being bad, but we'll see. Do we get crit again? Jesus. Do I NP into the invulnerability? If I think I can do 51k, yes, and I think we have to try. We can get rid of the attack up too, which is good. Wait a minute, I can only hit him 1 time. Fuck, I shouldn't have done it this way. We're only gonna hit him with the art card and the extra attack. He guarded the art resist down too. This has been a very bad run. Oh my god. If we had another extra attack up from the wow, and he killed us too. That actually went so much worse than the original run. Like on just, it was just so many things. Like his quick charge into NP, the buffs missing, like just so much went wrong there. Yeah, that was so much worse than the original. Like, she can solo it, and we saw that on that first run, but I think she needs good RNG, unless you find a good craft essence. But sadly, this is an ult account, right? In ult accounts, you generally don't have all the nice bells and whistles and stuff, so. Which is, normal. So the best CE, though, in the entire game for this would be Yang CE, because it's obviously just the damage, but then the Pierce and Vulnerability would actually be really good. As for good old games, I always say like Mech Commander. That's a good one. But Yang CE is kind of overkill. Like, it's such a value shift on this stage. I almost want to take the art chain there, but yeah, the extra attack up is nice. It'll be interesting to see how much that defense up matters. Although I've heard that this boss on the final health bar gets an invisible buff you can't see that gives him armor ignore. And if that's true, that actually makes this pretty pointless. But I don't know if that's true or not, but people have said that happens, which is really stupid if it does. There's no reason to make that an invisible buff. Like, what the hell? Nice crit. Oh, if only we could use Atlas, this would be so smooth. All right, I guess the old art here. Yeah, I've heard on his second health bar he gets a hidden defense up for himself, and then on the third health bar he gets a hidden armor ignore buff. Please stop doing that. Do I heal there? I'm gonna overheal a lot because we have the heal boost. I could just do the normal heal. I think I do it because of the cooldown though. Like, I think that's alright. Yeah, see, when he does that buff, that's why that one command code that removes a crit buff and a crit damage buff would be good, because you can just yeet both of them. My guess is they made it hidden because it's like the worms, you know? And like the worms are hidden and all that, but I don't know, if people don't even know about it, you don't really get any flavor out of it, so I don't really get the point. Oh shit, we didn't get our NP. That sucks. Do I do a vanilla heal here, or do I want to do a heal boost? I should probably do the heal boost. What is this music? This is from Arknights, apparently. Oh, right, I know the song now. The beginning just sounds so different. This isn't going great. This is not going great. Yeah, if he has armor ignore, because if people are saying it's on Atlas, there's no way armor up is the way to go. It'll make the first, the first health bar is worse because you're slower. It might maybe make the second health bar better. But the thing is, if things had gone better that one run, we could have one turned the second health bar. So yeah, I don't think defense up's the way to go. I think it might be though if it wasn't for that gimmick. That gimmick is kind of a killjoy here. Yeah, apparently right here he's actually got a defense buff that you can't see. It's so weird though because they show you the crit damage buff, so I don't know why they hide that. We did not land the art up, which would have been nice here because we're trying to go for big damage. I want heal boost because we're about to get true damaged on. Fuck, he guarded the... We failed the art up, and he guarded the art resist down. That lowers our NP gain by 40%, and lowers our damage by 40%. Which actually looks like it might screw us over here. Okay, we'll at least get our NP again, but... Okay. I need to heal. The third skill's coming back too. I'll play the crap account whenever Cairo does. I loved it. I'm super game to play it more, but I beat Epica Remnant #1 and he hasn't done it. Man, we failed the art resist down again. That sucks. We have 150% crit down though, so we do have that. 5,500. Seems to do between like 4,000 and 6,000 damage. Just kind of nuts. We didn't get our NP. I have to live this turn and then I can heal for 6,000. Oh boy. I got a heal boost. I need to do the attack removal though. I guess I don't rainbow chain. That sucks, but yeah, I really need to get rid of that attack buff. Also, I should have done that turn order a little bit differently. Well, no, that was fine. You really have to triple attack there. I think I NP just for the debuff. Yeah, this won't work though. We're going a lot noticeably slower. We are going very noticeably slower, and then at the end here, he gets armor ignore. So the whole reason we did that goes out the window. Yeah, this is not as good as the other CE, I think. Because you really feel it on that first health bar, like the no starting NP. Yeah, we don't seem to be getting that defense up anymore. One turn on this, too. Okay. Yeah, that did not do as well, though. Like, with basically that same RNG, we made it to, like, the one turn off. Okay, I vote, just for the lulz, Yang CE. Like, we know she can do it, but even with the best CE that we have available on that account, it's going to be RNG. So now I kind of want to just show Yang CE being Yang CE. Because, it'll be... The only thing... Let's see, I guess what you do is, burn on art card and then probably still heal. Wait, maybe not the heal boost. Maybe you still, I don't know. That's tough. You definitely do burn on art card. That's no brainer. But then it's either the star bomb attack removal or it's heal boost still. I'm leaning towards heal boost because you really do need to not die. That's pretty important. And then you just have to do the star bomb attack removal on like something else. I guess the quick card. Don't start with that, chat. I see what you're doing there. Izo would get destroyed here. Izo would get... There's not... He wouldn't even be close. He has no way of dealing with the damage. He'll just die immediately. Like, he'll probably die after the first NP because he'll be already fucked up and the true damage will kill him. Like, Izo is not even in the ballpark of 100 face. Like... The only time Izo's better is if, like, the boss is, like, very susceptible to being bursted down, which this boss is not. Because he has 3 health bars, so Izo doesn't have a chance. He'll kill that first health bar nice and clean, but, yeah, you'll just die. Like, he's super dead. Like, you're guaranteed to take about 6,000 damage from the 2 damage, and then all you have is the 1 evade. That's it. You have nothing else. You have 1 evade, and that you're done. I could show it just to prove my point, but I've used 100 face and Izo in the same content loads, so I know how it goes. Like, I can do, I can predict this pretty easily. Like, Izo is just not that good of a solo unit. Like, he's okay, because he's got A, survival skill, and good damage, but that's not enough to do, like, really big boy stuff. And this is definitely a big boy solo stage. Not easy to do. Be insane to do it at neutral. It might be possible. I think there's a few people that might be able to do it. Especially some 5 stars. I will say King Hassan and Kama should do pretty well here. Like 5-star stats would be good here. Kojiro would get wrecked. Okay, how leveled is this Yang CE? Very leveled. I see that 3rd digit. Why is it taking this long to load? Like, what the hell? Alright, the only tricky thing here is the command codes, I would think. But, we'll see how this does. Now, Izo might be able to do this stage if Izo could use a mystic code, right? Because then you would have 2 survival skills and maybe a gut CE or something. And then that might be able to do it. It'd still be hard, though. I think it would still be pretty tough. But he would have a much better shot at doing it. Okay, fuck off, game. We might be able to win anyway, because Yang CE is so good, but we didn't even get a card. Let's see. Lee probably would just die, too. Unless I'm forgetting something. Let me look at Lee's kit again. Lee is generally pretty far behind, like, Kama, 100 Face, and King Hassan. He's good, but... Let's see, because they buffed him, though, didn't they? Yeah, they buffed his NP. That would not really matter. All they did was, make the death chance higher. Obviously, more base damage, too, but, like, that's not... Like, he'd probably break maybe the first 2 health bars, but then you're just gonna die. I mean, this boss is not gonna be easy to solo because of the true damage. Like, you just die super quick. If Landling was female, Carmela might have somewhat of a chance. If she had a hard survival skill, she'd be in really good shape because of the heal on her NP. But she has none, so it'll still be a real big problem. Some alter egos might be able to do it though. There's some busted ass alter egos, but for assassins, I think King Hassan, Kama, and 100 Face are the ones that could do it. Let me see. Anyone else? I don't think so. I mean, any 5-star at 120 is so disgusting stat-wise that they might be able to do it. Because like 100 Face at 120 is a lot like a 5-star at 100. But then a 5-star at 120 is just kind of nonsense. There's Taz. I think he's AoE. I think he's I mean, he's got guts and invulnerability. I don't know. At 120 maybe. Charlotte would get Omega bodied. I don't think I need to explain why on that one. If you had a Mystic Code though, a lot of assassins could do this. I mean, not all, like not the majority of the assassins in the game, but I do think a lot of the 5-stars and stuff could pull it off then. Alright, wait a minute. Is he just debuff immune? Because then actually Yang CE won't work here. He might be mental debuff immune. They do that a lot these days. Okay, yeah, he's just mental debuff immune. Yeah, of course, because we were landing the crit down and all that, so of course he's not. It's just very common that they give mental debuff immunity to bosses these days. Also, it kind of makes sense here though, because he's being controlled by the bugs. So even if you fear, like even if he was afraid, like from fear, or he was, because fear is a mental debuff, or charm, right? They wouldn't be able to, wouldn't matter like if you controlled his mind, because his body's being controlled by the bugs anyway. Why is the boss already at his NP? Excuse me, game. Like we're on turn 3. That's kind of stupid. So I really want to get him to the HP range where he wants to cast Invulnerability, because that will lower his odds of casting NP Shard. We didn't get the crit down. Yeah, I tell you, the beginning is like where all the RNG is. Because once you have one crit down, you can weather another crit down failing. Okay, good, he did that. Dude, that's so dumb though. It's like if you don't get the crit down, you're just dead. Yeah, there's no way you're running that back. That's so stupid, dude. And he doesn't have that much mental debuff resist, or debuff resist. He just has fucking magic resist. I'm pretty sure we have like an 80% plus chance to land the crit down. Yeah, we have an 85% chance to land the crit down. And if you fail a crit down, it's fine. You just can't fail the first one. Yeah, Izo has no chance here, because the only way Izo doesn't die in 2 turns is if he evades, and if you evade, then you die to the NP. And if somehow you get lucky and you get to the NP without evading, you'll just die to the true damage after. Like you're just never, pretty much the first NP or the turn or so after, Izo is dead, and you're not gonna get through 3 health bars in that time. It'd just be so nice if we had Atlas, because what you would do then is, the first turn the boss can attack you, you would evade on 100 face, so that way if you didn't have your crit down, it's no big deal. And then the first NP, you stop with the invulnerability from Atlas. And then your skill will be back for the next NP, and then you can do cooldown reduction to get it back for the next NP. But there probably won't be a 3rd NP in this fight. You'll either win or lose by then, I think. Okay, NP gain pretty good here. I just like to point out how stupid your damage is when you have Yang CE. Like, it's just so chunky. Okay, just don't resist the crit down. So now we're applying burn, and the boss has an HP drain, so there's a bit of true damage going on here. This was a lot easier in a team, though. We beat it, like, no problem. 100 face in a team here is just perfect, though, because she's not going to take all the damage, so she's never going to die. And 200 faces is really broken here, because you're absolutely going to have the crit down then. Right, we just have Pierce Invulnerability. Now, unfortunately, we didn't get our NP, so that sucks. I think we failed the crit earlier. We could do the heal here. Like, why not? We don't apply. Oh no, we do still apply a burn. That's fine. 45,000. Can you imagine when the skills tree is upgraded? That's probably going to be like, you know, 55,000, and then the arc in quick will even get a bigger bonus there. Of course, we don't land the art up. I think I do NP here just to do the debuff. It's obviously massive overkill damage, but we can probably loop. We'll get overkill, and overkill makes looping even easier. Even the NP is getting overgauged, so yeah, that'll... 199. Yeah, that's quite a bit of NP gain there. That's without the art up or the NP gain up buff, too. True damage coming our way here, though. Now, I'm gonna use this. I don't really care if we lose this, though. Like, I think we just throw it out now to make sure we loop here. Yeah, I don't really care if I remove it next turn. Although, I'm pretty likely to loop here, I would say. And then I could cast it after, and we just have it for longer. I mean, it's not bad. Now, I tell you what's bad, though, is if we don't land the debuffs, because we missed our buff earlier. And I think we missed a debuff earlier, so we're not actually doing as good on NP gain as we could be, which would actually be a reason why I should have cast my first skill, but thankfully we landed it. Didn't crit, though. Should be fine. Oh, wow, there's a lot of variance on that damage. Because it did 6,000, like about 6,000 earlier, but now it just did 4,400. I don't really like that, because that's a kind of a stupid amount of variance there. Okay, I like how he casts Invulnerability, but I just can completely ignore that because Yang CE is a fair and balanced craft essence. This really does show how broken it is, though. Like, look how much easier this is with it. It's generally the best soloing craft essence these days. Now, there's some exceptions, because there are boss fights out there that have many health bars, and you're going to consistently over-damage the health bars so that you don't need more damage. And then there's no invulnerability, so you don't need the Pierce Invulnerability. So then you want, like, a heal up, like Maiden Halloween, or defense up, or just starting NP, or stuff like that. But I would say, like, 8 times out of 10, Yang CE is the best. It's 3,000 to 6,000. Wow, that really is a lot of variance. Because if you get hit by 3,000, that's not too bad. But if you get hit for 6,000, that's really bad. We're actually in a lot of trouble if he quick charges here. I need to do heal, boost, heal. He doesn't quick... See, if he doesn't quick charge, it's actually bad to do what I'm doing here, because I might not loop. Where if I did art, I would definitely loop. So this could be a mistake. But this, I think, maximizes my odds of living if he does quick charge into an NP. Although maybe I should have just removed his attack buff, because then it wouldn't hurt so much. Okay, well, he's not gonna do it. Although that meant he did more damage that turn, but that works out. Wow, we somehow might still be dead. Wish this did something. Yeah, we're one turn on this. So we need to do the most damage possible here. If we land the art down at 60%, it's so hard to see what's better, a rainbow chain or the art. I think we go with the art. Yeah, we might fail to kill here and then just die to the NP. Which is weird because we've been one turn off before, although I guess this probably gets this far more consistently. We'll see. We might be able to kill here. Fuck, I think he guarded the art resist down. Yeah, this is what we did on the very first attempt, though, so I'm surprised. Huh. I don't really get that. I think we just got bad luck with quick charges. Because I'm pretty sure before we were able to evade again. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, the run that we didn't have Yangtze and we made it that far, it's because we evaded that NP. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. So just throughout the run, there was just one more quick charge on that run. Well, let's just do it in a team again. We already beat it in a team, but, I mean, she can solo it. Like, it's just, there's a lot of variance in it. Yeah, I bet you that run that we did before, I know he quick charged at some point, but there's probably just one less total quick charge. Because even if it's one less quick charge in the first NP bar, that's like longer for the second NP bar as well. So, yeah, I think he just NP charged more. Kama might actually do better here because if you charm, the boss can't quick charge. So you don't have to worry about it. So it's very likely that the total amount of NPs would be a lot lower. So Kama would probably be better at that. Now, if it was Kama at level 100, I think she'd still be pushing it. But at Kama at 120, I don't think it'd be very hard. Generally, 5 stars at 120 and counterclassing, it's generally pretty easy. Okay, we won on a team with MHX. We could try someone else now. I'd love to try Izo, but we had that awesome Izo that I wanted to use, and now I don't want to settle for a lesser one, but I can't find... Let me see if Hex is around. I don't think he's normally around this time of day. Yeah, I think he's at work or asleep or something. He's not online on Discord, so... I could use Shiki. We kind of used Shiki before, though. I mean, she obviously was a really scuffed Shiki. Yeah, we could try that. Use a non-scuffed one. How, okay, that's even 2k foe. Yeah, that's pretty non-scuffed, I would say. Okay, now the way we did it last time, Mozart would have been a lot better, but it may not play out that way this time. Things could be a lot different. I will say, even though MHX, I mean, she worked, right? We won. But even though MHX got pretty unlucky and only NP'd once and stuff like that, her stun was pretty nice at the start. You did that stun into the other stun. Like, that wasn't bad. I could start with Mozart. We could do double Shiki. That'd be kind of silly. You can also just... You could open with Joan of Arc. That's something we don't do very often. I wouldn't mind trying that. That's unique. Yeah, I'd show off a 120 if I could, because it's always fun to see what they can pull off, but hard to find a 120 Shiki considering the circumstances with her. I'm not even sure you can get her yet, because if you're Bond 15, I think you can only get to like 110 or something like that. I don't remember how far you can get, but I don't think you can make it to 120. Okay, I guess we do this. That was fine. We do this. Probably open with this. All right, now what? Good rainbow chain. Could do double art. I'm assuming she doesn't have her second passive. I'll focus on Shiki's NP gain more because it's kind of her run here. Boy, she certainly could not solo this though. She'd have the same problem as Izo. Man, I wanted a Shiki art card. I almost want to wait a turn. Let's see. She still has one art card left. If I wait a turn, she can do an art card off of her art up. However, if I NP'd now, I could Rainbow Chain 100 Face, and 100 Face could probably NP next turn. That's probably better. It's a lot boringer, but it is probably the way to go. But, there's the, don't know, arc cards there. I already cast this, though. Could stun the boss here. I'll probably do that after the NP. I think that's a pretty good time to do it. Maybe I don't need to Rainbow Chain. I could give her the battery next turn. Nah, we'll just do it. I don't know, I'm leaning towards I should have waited a turn. Getting that art up for her art card is really nice. A lot of refund. Because you get the 3-hit art right there, which is, you know, quite a bit. And then you get the other art card, so you get pretty far along. Ouch! Right, no, I should still have been prioritizing 100 Face because of the crit down. I didn't really think about that. Also, why didn't I do this skill? That's a good question. Guess I'll do it now, but yeah, I should have done it for Shiki. Look, I don't know what the hell I'm doing right now. Would not shock me if this boss can't be insta-death. They've been doing that a lot recently where the bosses just cannot be insta-death. A lot of old bosses, you have a tiny % chance to insta-death them. But people have shown it. There are major bosses that can be insta-deathed, and if it procs, you just break the bar. You don't kill them entirely. Basically, insta-death is infinite damage. But even if you do infinite damage, you still get stopped by the break bar. That's just how it works. How does she not have her NP? I guess I can just stun and then get it. I guess I did skip all 3 of her art cards. I could also give her the battery right now, but I think we'll just do the stun. This sucks to do the defense down when everyone almost has their NP but doesn't. I guess 100 Face could NP for the debuff again. Gotta ping off the shield though. How best to do that? Might as well get a little Shiki NP gain in there. Wait, shouldn't I have gotten... I guess like, wait a minute. After all those like, that's like 3 turns in a row that I physically could not get NP gain on Gono Arc. So she's still not gonna have her NP. It's actually a really big problem. That's also unbelievably unlikely. We're going into turn 5 and she can't NP when she started at 90% NP. Wow, that's fucked. Just hit Shiki forehead. I could switch in mash, but let's just get lucky. I mean, when has anything ever gone wrong in this game? That is just so stupid, though, that we're that far in and she doesn't have her NP. When she started at 90%. Like, odds are you'll just get it from getting hit at that point. It's because the first deck shuffle didn't give her a single card. That was the problem. Of course, that's what happens. Like, the other ones, like, Shiki would be the best because she had evade, but 100 Face would have been better because she's pure counterclassing and then she's got the giant heal. So, Jonah Arc is dead because of that, unless I switch her out. Jonah Arc was useless. I kind of want to reset. We're probably going to win anyway, but I kind of want to reset because she was so bad here. Like, David would have been better. Like, she did nothing. She has this baby damage buff, and now she's just going to die. That was so lame. Kind of embarrassing having Joan of Arc do that poorly, though. So I think what they should do for insta-death is on major bosses that they don't want you insta-deathing, it should be able to proc without the super low chance and all that. But if it procs instead of killing them, it should do a set amount of damage. Like flat damage. I think that's a very fun and interesting way to do it. Dude, I cannot believe how little we got out of Joan of Arc there. She's a 5-star, by the way. That was just the worst luck. Like, she couldn't get her NP until after the fact, and then she got NP and attacked. That was just so stupid. Jiki's doing fine. I don't have any complaints there. Just really disappointed that Joan of Arc did so little. I might be able to break with Shiki if I just do her first skill. But I want the crit down. Do I double NP? That's gonna be such overkill. Fuck it. I don't know, maybe I should just Shiki first skill. It's just not having the crit down would be kind of meh. Cause she would have barely not broke, but like killing it next turn with normal cards wouldn't be bad. And it'd make him cast invulnerability, which means he kind of wastes one of his actions, so. I guess we get overgauged though for refund, that's not too bad. If I could have done an art card on 100 face there for even more overgauge, that probably would have been super worth. Because you basically just get the NP back. We're definitely gonna win. I feel like if we had just gotten Joan of Arc's NP in time, which I think 9 times out of 10 you would, I think no one would have died on this team. Which that would have been really cool. Okay, next NPs, we bring in Mozart. It's fine if Asclepius dies though, that brings in Mash. VR Mash is actually decent here because double taunt is good against a single target boss. Just need her NP, which if she gets her third skill... Nope. Nope. That sucks. I actually wish Asclepius had died there, but they both have guts, they can't die, and we still have the heal and the evade. Like, we super win. I just, would have been nice to have Mozart go burr right there. Oh, I forgot to give Mozart his Bond CE. I don't think it'll matter, but, you know, it's a lot more damage. Just for the style, because it applies to both of them, so it's a 40% damage increase total. Yeah, Joan of Arc was pretty bad here. It's not because of her, it was just, Also, if this was just Mozart, we wouldn't need the switch. But anyway, it was just bad luck, and it was actually like double bad luck because she got so targeted. Fuck, man, I wish I hadn't forgotten Mozart's Bond CE. Let's see, Shiki doesn't have her crit buff, but she's probably the one to pick here. I mean, the team works really well, it's just could have been a lot better. I hate this Scion gimmick. I wish they would stop doing gimmicks like that, it's just so unfun. Like, those are not the kind of things to fuck around with in gameplay. I actually might not kill him here. I bet you we would have if I had Mozart's Bond CE. I think we're going to be really close. Because both of those would have done... Yeah, we would have killed. Oh, yeah. I think that definitely would have done that much. Don't you fucking kill Shiki. After all this, don't you fucking do that. Alright, we're good. Just cuz. He has so much crit down right now. I think it's 110%. Yeah, I don't like for supports, changing your Mystic Code, getting rid of your Mystic Code. It's like, it's so dumb to get rid of the Mystic Code because you're removing a gameplay element, right? And this game, you know, is kind of pushing it on having enough gameplay elements anyway, that it's just so stupid to do that. Like the Mystic Code is a really important part about making the gameplay feel complete. So like in Lost Belt 3 where you don't have it for a bunch of turns and stuff like that, it just makes the game feel awful. It's not about difficulty, right? It's just about, it makes the game suck. So I think fucking around with the Mystic Code is one of the stupidest things you can do in this game. It's just like if you're skill sealed all the time. Like there's been some bosses where their gimmick is you're just skill sealed like every turn. That's so bad. That's so unfun. It doesn't matter if the boss is balanced with that in mind or whatever. I don't want to play the game making no decisions, right? So like that, and your skills and your Mystic Code are a huge part of your decision, right? It's your initial team, then picking what cards every turn, and that's a big part, picking the right card, you know, the card, the deck, and then your skills, and then your Mystic Code. Like that's like the game. So those are things you should never like get rid of because you're just making the game a lot boringer. And for some reason they keep doing it because like they're like out of ideas or something. It's way better to like introduce gimmicks in the way the enemy behaves or the attacks they have. It's like Landling's true damage there. That's a good gimmick, right? That's done well. You know, stuff like that is fine. But like, you know, playing where you don't have control over your craft essences or your Mystic Code or whatever, that is not fun. And it's like when you don't get to use your own units, it's the same thing. That's like the point of the game, is to like use the units you like and the ones you've collected and leveled up and all that. That's like the whole thing, right? And then they just so often now don't let you use your own stuff. So it's like, why the hell am I playing the game? I really should have had my translator up. I actually wouldn't mind translating some of this text every once in a while to kind of just get an idea of what the fuck is going on. You don't need to translate every goddamn thing said to normally get a good idea of what's going on. Oh, here, you know what? I'll boot it up. Give me a second. Because then we can, like, translate names and stuff. Like when new characters pop up. I've heard there's some better translators than this. There's also, I need to look into this. There's a way to set this translator up where it automatically translates what it, like, scans on your screen. Like as like an overlay, so anytime it like sees JP text, it'll just automatically translate it. I need to see how to do that. Probably not very hard to set it up that way, to be honest. Now, obviously, it's going to be, you know, pretty mid translation quality, but I'll have to look into that. That'd be nice, though, to just any text we skim through, we get like a vague translation of. I know Lost has set it up. Let me see. Is he around? Let me see. Because if he can just tell us how to set it up real quick, I'll do it. Here, let me just scan through the options real quick, and I'll see if I can figure it out. Let's see here. The options for this program are not very well done. They're very unclear, like what the fuck anything means. Okay, yep, Japanese to English, that's fine. You can also have it automatically do text-to-speech. I very much do not want that. I have no idea. Yeah, there's just so many random things here, I could not tell you. Oh, her stream, yeah. And Lost sitting as AFK. We'll do it later though. Like in future, I'll try to have it set up. That'd actually be pretty nice. Yeah, I figure it's somewhere in one of these options, but boy, do I not know what it would be. Yeah, you set up AI voices and stuff. Oh my god, that could get pretty ridiculous. Okay, whatever. Let me make sure I didn't fuck this up. Oh god, I think I fucked it up. I did. I was just like scanning through some stuff and somehow it set everything back to default. So now I can't even tell it to like translate the specific area I want it to translate. Fuck. That is so stupid. If you just hit like the quick settings and you just like scan through it, that process of that resets all of your stuff. That is super dumb. That actually really annoys me. That is incredibly poorly made. That is like shocking to me that it works that way. Like I had like the hotkey set to tell it like when to scan and when to, and like where to put the translation box and everything, and it just reset all of it. Like just clicking the quick settings button that like shows you like what you can do and stuff, for some reason that is so stupid. That is shockingly stupid to me. That's crazy. I'm trying to see if I can set it up better, but no, yeah, my hotkeys are just completely fucked now. Yeah, it would take a really long time to fix this now. I am shocked that it did that. I would never have thought that it would do that just because I clicked like through the settings to like explain some things to you. Dude, I hate when like people just don't know what they're doing. Like that is so dumb. There's no world you should have it do that. It's unreal, dude. Oh, hi, Lost. Okay, Lost is here. Okay, let's see if, yeah, Lost, I was literally just click the quick settings just to see, like, what you had the options to change, and that put everything back to default, and even though I didn't click anything. So, like, all of my hotkeys and stuff are just fucked now. I'm so fucking angry. All right, hold on. I gotta turn my air on. It's getting so hot in here. What the fuck? 1 minute, chat. Yeah, I really wish I had thought to set this up in advance, but, yeah, I need to go AFK real quick anyway to turn my air on and all that, because, it's getting crazy hot in here. Alright, let me take a peek at what Lost sent me here, though I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this because it reset everything. So I think I'm gonna have to just fix this later. Also, just opening this program is a pain in the ass. Okay, let's see here. I'm guessing the overlay is the main thing because that makes it like scan all the time. I guess, yeah, capture active window. Hopefully OBS won't fuck with that. So, Lost, so you're saying you basically, when you do all this, you just do the search thing and select the window and then just keep it there? Is that basically what you do? Yep, okay, let me see here. Just sucks that it like ruined my hotkey for searching. Okay. I might have it. No, it's not working. Yeah, I'm more just curious. I don't know why chat's freaking out so much, guys. Just like relax. Like, Jesus. Listen to the music, fuck. So, Lost, do you click add OCR area or add exclusion area? I did OCR and it didn't do anything. Add OCR area. Yeah, I did that and just nothing happens. Like, I can see the box, but it doesn't like actually try to translate anything. Yeah, I hit translate. Like, it says pause right now. But yeah, I did that and just nothing. Are you sure it's supposed to set to be capture in the active window? Like that would seem to be at odds. Yeah, I think that's the problem, because now like if I clicked in something else, then it tries to translate it. Wow, this doesn't work well at all. This would be way better the way I had it set up before, but sadly I can't. Like, it's kind of working now. I'll show chat. This is so glitchy. This is super bad. Yeah, and like anytime I click anything, it stops. Like if I click chat or I click OBS, it just completely stops. Like it glitches out and keeps like retranslating the same text over and over, and like it won't even translate this bit. Yeah, it's way better the way I had it before, at least for a stream. But it's like it broke my hotkeys, so. You can make it just above the dialogue, but yeah, I did that, but I can't. It takes forever to set up again because again, it broke all my stuff. I'm pretty mad that it did that, to be honest, because it's just stupid. All right, chat. I really want to do this. I think I'm gonna turn the stream off for a little bit, and I want to mess with this and try to fix it. But there's no way I can fix this while streaming. It's just too annoying. So I'm gonna be back in like maybe 20 minutes because I need to set it up the way I had it before. Because this will be nice to be able to see what people's names are and stuff like that. And this is just not gonna work when I'm streaming. So I'll be back in a little bit.